Hello everyone and welcome back to my RP-2000 career in Kerbal Space Program 1.12, where I need 9 more science in order to unlock a technology I want, the one that has drilling units so that we can do in situ resource utilization. And so I am here with this probe. This has lost its solar panels, but somehow still has electric charge. I don't know why it lost its solar panels at all. It is in orbit around Mars, and somehow those all got broken. Not sure why, but maybe with the power we still have, we can do something, but not here right now. We have a orbital telescope. It's really a matter of whether I get over... Well, I don't think I'm gonna get over anything interesting in the time we have left with this. Oh well, Highlands, let's just see. Yeah, no luck. Alright, let me find a different probe to try. Well, this is interesting. I came to this little Mars lander here, which just has a heat shield and plopped down and had parachutes and everything. And somehow we didn't get the gravity scan from it. I don't know how we missed that, but it has power. Okay. So we're in luck. That was random. Well, good thing I check, I suppose. Alright, back to Space Center. Alright, so Advanced Science Tech, which is where the Drill-O-Matic is, and the Convertertrons, and the whole 9 yards, even the ore tanks. So, seems important to me. And thankfully it doesn't require both of these, it just requires one or the other. Okay, well, we are researching a bunch of stuff. How's our science queue? Let me get some points here. Bring us down to 3 million, and hold it right there. 1.77 science per day. So, still gonna take a while until that advanced science tech as the queue that we have now. And ultimately I want to do this, collect 10 ore just to test it. Test that it works. But there are other things that we could do to make some more money. There's the base contracts. Base on the moon gives us quite a lot. And I've sort of already tested that out. It's been a while since we visited that, but let's take a look. So we could launch another one to fill that contract, but maybe we want something a little bit more rigorous. Yeah, all we had was this, and of course with 2 of the Lynx spacecraft, that's 6 people. But it's rather trim, right? There's not much to it. Barely has solar panels, probably. Well, yeah, I mean, it's diminishing right now, so definitely not good. So I probably don't want to use this for the base contract if we are serious about making a base. Well, this more proper habitation module, the Hitchhiker Storage Container as it's known in stock, is expensive and it's heavier. It's 6 tons. But I'll unlock it. We are getting paid a decent amount. But I'm gonna need more rocket. It's all gonna cost more. This is gonna cost a huge bundle, but we're going to deal with that in order to have a proper base, darn it. So that's just how it's gonna be. Let's see what I can do with this. But even with solar panels, we don't have the ability to keep power on the dark side when the moon's in nighttime. We need room for 6. These were just meant to take care of the final touchdown, I believe. Got its arms up. That's probably more output than we need for this. How much does the Hitchhiker Storage Container take? I don't see where it says this habitation module takes any power, though. Well, TAC light support will, though. It doesn't have any other power requirements. So we could probably undersize these a little bit. Well, this habitation module will definitely fill up with the amount of food, water, and oxygen it allows for, and lithium hydroxide. So with 3 crew, it's 58 days. So nearly 2 months. But then this stage is going to have to get over there, capture, and then start its landing. We haven't super tested this out yet. We've done it with the smaller base, but not this one. How much tipping over do I have to worry about here? Well, I'm gonna put a token ladder. Just in case we land somewhere new, I might as well put some signs too. I'll put them by the door. Wow, the seismic accelerometer looks really tiny on this. Just a tiny science. So it's a Methalox thing. And yeah, I think it's gonna need a bigger initial boost. We had Buzz Medium here. 610,000. And it takes 483 days to build. Either we have a whole lot of liftoff thrust. It's not a bad sea level ISP. Or we have the core engines light later and get a little bit more delta V. I think we'll just go with power. We'll go with power and see how that goes. But 483 days, how long is the base contract going to give us? Duration 3 years and 9 days. So basically 2 opportunities. Failure is very bad. I might need to tone that down, but that's also because I'm on hard difficulty. That changes the rewards and punishments as well. This is a pretty high stakes decision. We can speed up our construction speed based on the advance that we get from this. 6, we send it uncrewed, and we generate power. Don't know if there's a contract to crew it. I don't think so. I don't even know how to write one of those. I really need help with the contract system, honestly. So, probably what we ought to do is speed up the construction time here, and that means more points. I would like the build time to be within a year. Partly we're just killing time until I get that ISRU technology so I can do that. But whatever base we build here, we are going to want to send the ISRU to the same place. We want all our stuff in the same place because I want to see if it bounces up or otherwise has a demise. Basically, I'm seeing the stability of bases here as well. So, this says 385 days. It seems doable for me to cut that down by 20 more days, doesn't it? I think so. Apparently I can't apply the points in here, even if I click show build list, so I have to go back outside to apply the points. Okay, 22 build points per second. 351 days. Well, let's go with it. Is there anything else wrong about this? Got comms, got enough delta V? Maybe. Maybe. Depends on how I fly it, I suppose. Okay, and high liftoff thrust. In the meantime, we're unlocking some of the technologies, and I also have to deal with a mid-course correction for Jupiter Orbiter 3. We will get all but the advanced science tech by the time I launch the moon base. And we'll have done the Vesta flyby as well. Okay, all is well with the probe so far. It is currently there. And we have about 38% signal strength, so hopefully it's enough. We have had problems before, but anyway, for now, let's get this maneuver done. Alright, we should be close enough. Let me take a look at what it's going to be doing over at Jupiter. As we burn here. Ooh, we're flipping around to match the orbit of the moons, it looks like. Doesn't take a whole lot to capture. Well, okay, 600 is actually... Whoa, it's changing a lot. I'm gonna add an SOI change alarm. In case I want to do something there. I don't think I will. And the solar panels look like they're getting sunlight. We don't have any science to do here. At least nothing that can be transmitted. So, alright. The job with Jupiter Orbiter 3 is done. Let's continue. Next up is the Vesta flyby. So we're getting some science out of that one, assuming everything works out. Okay, minor correction before we get into Vesta SOI. We've got 23% signal strength. This is to make sure that we get closer to Vesta. Right now we're a little bit far away, but just going around and around is really changing that. Okay. Alright, that's enough. These are panels that turn, thankfully. Okay, we are in Vesta SOI. We have a periapsis of 150 kilometers. It is just a flyby. We don't have enough to do anything else. As we turn to the radial in, I'll try and get it closer, but for now we can do some science. So, atmospheric pressure scan, radioplasma wave, magnetometer, orbital telescope, gravity scan, temperature scan, all headed to Earth. RCS a little bit more. No. Kill rotation, just hold where it is, gosh. Okay, 60 kilometers should be rather close, so we'll take that. Let me see, it's still Midlands. Oh, is that it? That's it? Okay. Still Midlands. But it's got a lot of Midlands. Yeah, a shame that we are only getting Midlands on the way in. Okay, I really wish it would hold rotation, really hold rotation, and not try and go somewhere else. So yeah, we've already got Midlands and it's only been Midlands. Please, as we get closer, let there be some other biome. I mean, aside from Space Low, of course. No, just constant Midlands. Well, we're in Space Low. So, I'll get this part. Vesta sure has a lot of Midlands. It's not like we're at equatorial inclination or something, not that that should matter. 38 degrees. It's nicer up close. Yeah, it's been Midlands all the way. Oh, Devalia Fosse. Somehow we've done that? Oh no, we haven't done this one. The other ones aren't biome dependent, so. Okay. Anything else? Midlands. Well, at least we flew by. Got some science. I'll wait until it gets out, see if there's some biome. Oh, North Pole. Okay. Just gravity scan. Back to Midlands. North Pole. There's something in between. Oh, yeah, there's something that occasionally pops up, but I can't get it fast enough. And we're in interplanetary space. Alright, it has done its job. We flew by Vesta. And that's that. So now we have 340 science. But I'm not gonna rush to unlock anything. We need to work on this, and then I'll make some decisions after we accumulate some more, perhaps. The Jupiter Orbiter will be in Jupiter SOI about the time that gets done. So we'll see. Alright, the new moon base is on the launch pad, and we this time have a contract for it. And we will see whether it all works out. Have I made a horrible mistake? I'm definitely not sending people yet. Okay. Oh well, it's gonna be in the dark. It is January 25th, 2025, by the way. Okay, here we go. SAS on, throttles up, ignition. And launch. And we have to manage quite a lot of thrust-weight ratio here. It is flying. Hefty sort of beast. Alright, all flattened out, and booster set. Well, one of the little Separatrons actually failed. That's a thing that can happen. Well, I'll try fairing Sep. Alright. We are looking good so far. Okay, well, maybe I want to... Well, no, this is fine. We've got a little bit of time to apoapsis for the conclusion here with the overworked hydrolock stage. Actually, that was a hydrolock stage as well. They're both overworked hydrolock stages. Okay, 174 by 167. We have 6,313 left. Of that, we're expecting about 3,200 to be transferred to the moon, and then we need about 800 to capture into low orbit, and then 2,200 for the descent burn is basically what it is. We don't need all of that 2,200 for the descent burn from this stage. The lander has about 1,000, so as long as boil off is not too bad, it should be okay. Barring any other issues. But test flight is still here, or test light, I forget whether it's test flight or test light. We just saw it take out one of our Separatrons on a booster on launch, so yeah. Things could get iffy, but it's 110 tons to low Earth orbit, by the way. Including the stage. So our current location that we've been working on is right here. And if we focus on the moon and where we can get ore, which is going to be important, that is a spot with ore. So we're going to continue landing there. Now, I don't know if there's enough inclination, but we certainly will need some inclination to get there. Okay, setting fuel down. And ignition. We are on our way. A new base on the moon. But it's still got the flaw that they can't stay there during the nighttime. Fuel cells, you know, I mean, it would be good for a limited amount of time, but eventually they would run out of everything. Alright. Let's see the orbit come in. There is no throttling on these engines. I'm just throttling down because I have a physical throttle and it's easier to stop them that way. See? But I don't have reverse thrusters on the stage. I'm gonna activate the upper thrusters on the lander so that I don't have to turn around. Alright, 80 kilometers there in 4 days and 9 hours. So, we do have a little bit of boil off of the hydrogen. We have 3,194 meters per second in the stage, which is more than we need, but, you know, it depends on how the hydrogen holds out. So, I think I'm going to leave some suspense here. We will find out what happens with this in the next video. Hopefully, that'll encourage some continuity. And then proceed in the next video also to do Jupiter Orbiter 3 and whatever next contract I want to tackle. These are fairly expensive and complicated. No, not really complicated. Fairly expensive contracts, so I don't want to tackle too much at one time. Otherwise, we'd be doing a lot of things simultaneously. But maybe I should queue up some additional probe contracts and get probes on their way. I'll have to see about the comm situation for the probes, though. So anyway, this is on its way to the moon, and in the next video we will find out whether this moon base will actually fulfill the contract that we have to place a base on the moon. We will see. So, with that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.